Joining me now to discuss this and much more, a Democratic member of the House Judiciary Committee, Congressman Jeffries of New York. Congressman, thanks for coming in.
Kate, thanks for having me on.
So what is your reaction to this reporting from the Wall Street Journal this morning that President Trump has more direct involvement in trying to keep Stormy Daniels quiet, trying to keep Stormy Daniels from doing interviews with the media even in February?
Well, it's not a surprise because this president has not hesitated in misrepresenting facts to the American people consistently. His team has regularly done that. Alternate facts, of course, and other ways of communicating that Giuliani has indicated which belie the truth. And so this is par for the course as it relates to what we've seen from the Trump administration. Again, it's the reason why we need to ensure that Bob Mueller conducts a full, fair, and comprehensive investigation, gets to the bottom of this whole sordid affair connected to the 2016 election, so that we can determine whether the cloud of illegitimacy that's hanging over 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue can be wiped away, or whether there should be consequences.
I want to ask you also about Brett Kavanaugh, the top Democrat on your committee, Jerry Nadler. Over the weekend, let me play you what he said. He said this, and this is if Democrats regain control of the House. Watch this.
We would have to investigate any credible allegations, certainly of perjury and other things that haven't been properly looked into before.
If Kavanaugh is confirmed, do you still want to investigate him?
Well, I think we're going to have to proceed on two tracks, and our primary focus as House Democrats will be fighting for the people, lowering health care costs, increasing pay, cleaning up corruption in Washington, D.C. That's what we've promised the American people that we would do. Should we be successful in achieving majority in the House of Representatives, we have to keep our word to the American people. But we also have a constitutional obligation as a separate and co-equal branch of government to be a check on an out-of-control executive, which could include the possibility of appointing someone who is unfit to sit on the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And so that will have to be examined and explored, but I have great confidence in Jerry Nadler and his leadership to do the right thing consistent with our constitutional obligations.
Congressman, there is a process, to impeaching a Supreme Court justice. Do you really think there are grounds for impeachment that you see already?
No, and I'm not sure anyone has mentioned that there are actually grounds for impeachment. I think we have to deal with what's before us right now, which is the confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh. I think he should be rejected, and hopefully a handful of senators on the Republican side of the aisle will see fit to do so. This whole sordid affair indicates the fact.
Right, but Nadler says if he's confirmed, and that would mean that, Republicans would vote him in, or Democrats would come over if some Republicans didn't and voted him in. He would be confirmed. And Nadler is saying there over the weekend that he thinks there should be an investigation, even after that.
I think an investigation is different than the initiation of articles of impeachment, certainly consistent with our oversight responsibilities on the Judiciary Committee, which is charged with overseeing the judicial branch of government, of which the Supreme Court is the highest court in the land, that if there were credible allegations that a nominee subsequently confirmed perjured himself, misrepresented facts to the United States Senate and the American people, that seems worthy of some sort of oversight. What the consequences of that will be is hypothetical, and I don't think that anyone is prepared to go down that particular road.
Okay. Mitch McConnell said yesterday, and he said again this morning, that Democrats are moving the goalposts when it comes to Brett Kavanaugh. First it was delays over documents. Now it was delays over Christine Blasey Ford's allegation. And now, of course, it includes, did he tell the truth about his drinking in high school and college? Make the case that that is not moving the goalposts.
Well, I think Mitch McConnell has no credibility on this particular issue. Barack Obama was elected once and then reelected, and then had a Supreme Court nomination stolen from him by Mitch McConnell and his co-conspirators, and now he wants to lecture us about process?
You might not think he has credibility, but we say it all the time, but do two wrongs make a right?
I'm not saying that two wrongs make a right, but let's just independently evaluate the dynamics here. This is a lifetime appointment to the highest court in the land, which will determine the rights and responsibilities of the American people for decades to come. It seems to me that we should not be operating on some artificial political timetable imposed on the American people by Mitch McConnell, of all individuals, who's got no credibility to lecture us about timelines, given the fact that he stole a Supreme Court justice already in 2016. Let's just allow a comprehensive investigation to take place, and then that information to be reported to the senators, who have the advice and consent responsibility, as well as the American people.
Will you take the FBI report as the final word?
Well, I think the FBI report should be thrown into the mix of information that has come out through this confirmation process. And of course, it's the senator's responsibility to make the ultimate determination as to whether to confirm or not. But it should be a thorough report. It should be made available to the American people, because at the end of the day, this is a democracy, not a dictatorship, and we should be transparent with the information that is being used by individuals to decide a lifetime appointment.
I guess I'll take that as a maybe. Congressman, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Kate.